Right, Alison's bigged me up there a little bit, but I'm actually sitting here stuffing a chicken korma with paint in my hair. So please don't think I'm anything special, guys. Okay, so I think you guys I just think you guys are great. I think you've got an amazing leader in Alison, and I think especially when I've seen, you know, the last few months and really bad behaviour going on, I think it's such a breath of fresh air to see such a, all right, admitted she shouldn't really look that glam this time of night, but we'll let her off. This is why I'm not doing video tonight, guys, because I'm honestly, especially with Alison looking like that, it's not happening. So what I'm going to go through tonight with you guys, and I'm going to try and be quick. Are we on a time limit, Alison?
No, we're not actually. You can go for it, my love. We won't want you to do it.
She pays for the decent package. She must love you guys. We used to get the cheap 45-minute one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through social media with you guys tonight. And I'm going to go through social media. Although I do agree with Alison, I think some of the best ways to network is to get out and just talk to people. You'll be surprised how you don't have to be perfect for that to be such an impact on people, especially strangers, just by being you. When I came into this, I had, like Alison said, I had £17 in the bank. I'd been in and out of minimum wage jobs my whole life. I'd been on and off of benefits. I was a single mum to 3. I was nothing special. I had no special skills, no special education, no business background. Just, I was people. I'd been a barmaid. I'd worked in the care industry. I could just talk to people, and I love people. I love getting to know people. And I think you can look at some of the things that you already have. You don't have to be perfect yet. You don't have to know everything yet. Look at some of those skills that you already have and use them until you learn new ones. You'll be surprised how far you get. So what did I do in my network marketing business? Okay, can I share the screen here? Is that going to work?
Yeah, it should do. You should be able to
let's do that. Can everyone see the slides okay?
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, so my network marketing business then, I joined in June 2014. In that first month, I made £6,580 in retail sales. £1,400 of that was retail profit and a £300 team bonus. July, as a team, we turned over 11,000 in retail sales. That was second month in. Now, I'll tell you 2 things that had to happen for that to happen. 1, I had to be using the products myself. And 2, I had to not be scared to talk to people. It's really important that you pick up that phone. And I'll tell you why, especially now, because Facebook is used so much, that actually by posting things on Facebook about your products all the time, you just get lost in the noise. And the idea with this is that you, although network marketing is very much about helping each other, supporting each other, you are in massive competition with thousands of other reps and other companies as well. And it's important that you stand out. And standing out does not necessarily mean shout louder. Standing out means standing differently. Because what will happen is, I think what happens, we get involved in network marketing and suddenly we forget what it was like to be an outsider looking in. And very quickly, your outsiders looking in will just see louder posts or you know, that company's talking about you, so that means you've got to talk louder about that company. It absolutely does not work like that. If anything, it puts people off. So sometimes by just being you, being a little more subtle, being a lot less salesy, can actually bring you a lot more custom. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. So within my first 10, 11 months, we were ticking over at that point £40,000 worth of product sales in a month with a team of 162. And at that point, I was earning a £4,000 team bonus. I went on to earn £6,000 a month at my highest point. However, I want to stress that the company I was in was not set up in the same way that your companies are. And the company I was in was extremely hard. It was physically leaving the house, physically going and doing parties and launches and, you know, traveling out to go and do one-to-ones and all that kind of stuff. And I was up and down the country. I lived down south and all the training was up north. I was up and down the country constantly. In fact, Keely was in my forever team. She'll tell you, I literally worked like a dog. I didn't stop. So that was not an easily achievable income. Had I have had the same kind of setup you guys have now, I think I would have probably have done triple that. So you actually have your hands on an opportunity that makes that whole process so much easier. So you can afford to be a little bit more, what's the word? Because I don't want this to come across wrong. You can afford to do things much more easily in terms of retail because you've only got a couple of products to work with, great products to work with. You've got a very easy pricing. I had 200 products that I was selling, all different prices and different prices every different country they were in. So it was much harder for us to build. Now, if we could do that in that company, then you guys can absolutely do that in yours. It's just utilising the tools that you've got. So I went on in that company to achieve lots of things, different snippets on there. I won't go through it all because I'm actually not a material person. All of this material stuff was irrelevant to me. What I got out of network marketing was a feeling of worth that I hadn't had for a long, long time, a feeling of pride. I've been able to show my children that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what you've done up until this point. It doesn't matter how many relationships you've had fail, how many businesses you've tried to get off the ground, how many jobs you feel worthless in. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you do from now on in. And I am a great believer that anyone, and I mean anyone, can achieve anything they want if they want it bad enough. Now, the first thing you've got to think about where social media is concerned is your profile. I see, and this training tonight, guys, will be brutally honest. So it's not to offend anyone or upset anyone, but there is no point me trying to sugar the pill for people. It doesn't help. So I'm very brutally honest. Please don't take offence by that. It's all for your own good. So profile pictures. I see a lot of profile pictures of people's dogs or a quote picture or a social media campaign. And I'll give you my opinion on it.
Huh? So that crop off for you.
Have we got someone unmuted?
Oh, she's trying to do it herself. Yeah, we're okay. Thanks. Sorry, love.
That's all right. So it's really, really important that you guys remember you are an advocate, not just for your company, but for your product and for yourself. And I try and always remain outside of MLM in terms of, even when I was within MLM or within network marketing, I always tried to look at my profile from somebody from the outside, because we forget what this looks like to people on the outside. Now, I used to think to myself, I'm putting a post up here and I'm telling people I can help them achieve their dreams. I'm telling people I can help them develop a really significant full-time income. I'm telling these people I can help coach them and train them. I'm telling these people I could help them change their life. And they click on my profile and they see a dog. You know? Now, if I'm looking for a certain kind of person, I'm looking for someone that has the attributes to be successful. That may be that they are already successful in their job, or they are of a certain kind of person. And if you are going to go after people that want success out of life, you're looking for a particular kind of person. And believe me, they're going to profile picture of a dog and think, right, well, I can't see the person. I don't know who I'm working with. I'm not interested. Because they haven't got time. They haven't got time to mess about. They haven't got time to scroll through your photos and see what you were doing last week. They haven't got time to see which one in that group photo you are. They want to see you, and they want to see a professional you. Your profile picture and your cover photo are the first things people will see. In fact, your profile picture is seen when you comment on other people's stuff. And if you do not get that right, you could lose customer and prospects before you even start. So it's really important, guys, that you look at that picture and think, is it clear? Is it in good quality photo? Is it in focus? If you're going to have a colour brand later on, I'll talk about that later on, then think about what's in your picture. Where's something with that colour in it? And have a cover photo that sums you up. I always advise, and it works differently for different people. So what works for me may not necessarily work for you, and it may be that you need to figure that out. Some people can get away with putting their company on their cover photo. That will work for some people. It won't work for everyone. I kind of think that when you're just starting out, or when you just get going and you're not quite a level of success that outside people would recognize as a level of success, I don't think mentioning your company in your profile picture or your cover photo helps. And it's because people don't take you seriously, because they see lots and lots and lots and lots of direct sales companies and people with their quote pictures and their boss babe statuses and their boss babe cover photos or their company cover photos. And guys, honestly, to a lot of people on the outside, they just look at it as the same old shit. That's what they see. They're like, oh my God. Or they'll click on it and they'll go, oh, she's in Juice Plus. Oh, she's in Unique. Forget her. They're not even going to have a conversation with you because already they're thinking you're going to sell them products. So actually, I would personally not have my company at all on my profile picture or my cover photo. What I would have, and you guys are welcome to have a nose at my Facebook. Don't take too much notice of my Facebook now, because bear in mind, I'm not networking for a living anymore. So I've let the standard slip a little bit. But my cover photo is my children, my dog, and the fact that I love my life. And that is me. That is me. My kids, my dog, my life. Love it all. So I show me on those things, because that's what people are going to buy into, guys. There could be hundreds of people selling your product, hundreds of people with the same opportunity as you. Nobody else has got you. So you've got to win that person over in a second, as soon as they click on your profile. Now, this may just be my OCD. It does tend to work better if you, like I say, when you are clicking on someone's profile, it has to be pleasing to the eye. If you click, I've clicked on some profiles and the cover photo doesn't fit properly. The cover photo and the profile picture look completely, like they just are so mismatched. And you will think these are really little things that don't matter, but they're actually massively important, because you want to look professional. You want to look professional. You want to look tidy. You want to look like you know what you're doing. And you want people to want to nosy. You don't want them to click on your profile, see your cover photo and your profile picture and think, oh my God, what a mess, and come off it. Instantly, they're going to make a decision on you. It's like a first impression when you walk in somewhere. If you are looking really scruffy in your profile picture, would you walk into a business presentation looking like that? That profile picture, that profile page is your business card, your online business card. And it's massively important that you look your best, you look the most professional you can look, and it's clean and tidy to look at, and it makes people want to nosy through it. And you will see the difference on Facebook with some of those leaders that have they absolutely nailed their social media. You click on it and it just looks easy to read. It looks pretty. It makes you want to get nosy. And I'm terrible. I'm a really nosy person, but that's how people come to you. They will start. That's how I joined network marketing. I saw a status up on Facebook that said, is anyone interested in the 5 month to manage a program? And I thought, well, no, not really, but I'm really bloody nosy and I want to know what it is. And straight away I'm clicking on these things. And when my sponsor messaged me, she was a stranger. So the first thing I did was click on her Facebook and start scrolling through, because I was skeptical. I wanted to know all about her. And all I saw was this woman having the best time ever. I saw that she was an HR professional, which meant she wasn't going to get scammed. She definitely wasn't going to get signed up to a pyramid scheme. So that was a good sign. You know, I started to look at all these things. That's what people will do to you guys. So make sure, what are they seeing? What is your USP? What is your unique selling point? Like I said, you're the only person that's got you. Nobody else has. So you don't have to be like someone else. You guys don't have to be like Alison. Alison is Alison. and Alison does her thing in Alison's way. You guys, look at who you are. What do you stand for? What are you about? What is your personality? What is your characteristics? And showcase the best, the most positive of that. Obviously, I swear a lot. I try not to showcase that too much on my profile picture, my cover photo. But those that are kind of on there and get to know who I am, kind of see that, and I can get away with it because it's part of me. I've always been that way, and it does come from passion. My swearing comes from passion, not from nastiness or spitefulness. So I kind of get away with that. But it's been a process of introducing that a little bit here and there and kind of seeing if I get away with it. And if I don't get away with it, I take it back out again. I've had to calm that down now because obviously when you run a daycare, you know, it's not good to be dropping F-bombs on a Monday morning for the children's parents to see, you know. They kind of like tend to want to take the kids somewhere else. So I've got to try and calm that down a little bit. I always try, like I've put some examples up on there, trying to match your profile picture to your cover photo in terms of colour and style because it just looks better. And you don't have to be a graphic designer, guys. If you have never heard of this app, you need to write this down. Canva, canva.com. Get yourself on there. It's free and it's brilliant. And you can literally make anything on there, make it look professional. It's so easy. So that's a top tip. Get on there. If you're doing quote pictures, try to uniform your quote. Make your own. You know, don't just do the same old, get it off Google, plonk it on there, and hope jobs are good. And, you know, make it your own. Put your own signature on it. Put your own logo on it. Put your own name at the bottom of the quote. Copy the quotes by all means, but make it your own graphic, make it your own post. It looks better and it draws attention because if somebody has got about 300 network marketers on their Facebook friends list, all they are going to see is Google images all the time. So it's really good when you do your own and you make it stand out. That's exactly what happens. It stands out. And try and keep the same kind of feel, the same, you don't have to have the same pictures, but try and keep very clear pictures through all your social media platforms. So if somebody clicks on Instagram, they know straight away that's you. They click on your Twitter, they can see that's the same as your Facebook. You know, show that brand and bear in mind that when you are on social media or you are on the internet, you are easily Googleable. Googleable. Never forget about Google, guys, because if you mess something up, Google will have it. So remember that everything you post out can be screenshot, can be saved. You don't know who has it. So make sure that what you're putting out there is good stuff. Right, okay, do's, massive do's. Write this down. Value, educate, entertain, engage. Every single post that you put out, ask yourself, does it add value to my audience? Does it educate my audience? Does it entertain my audience? Does it engage my audience? Now, for those of you that saw the lives I did on Valentus and stuff, that's had very mixed feedback from people. Some people think it was awful and it was, you know, it was discrediting the industry and blah, blah, blah. And some people see it for what it was meant for. Now, what I had to do before I did those lives, I had to be very careful how I did them. I couldn't just go on Facebook and start shouting and screaming about a company ripping off reps. I had to make it had to have value. So it had to have informative information in there that was factual. I couldn't just make stuff up. Sorry, I'm just going to let my dog in my living room. She's whining at the stairgate. Okay, I couldn't just make stuff up. So it had to add value to someone. It had to educate. I had to inform people of facts and why I was doing what I was doing. I had to make sure that that message was clear. That this was not about me going to another company and trying to discredit somebody. This was an important message that I had to get across. I had to make it entertaining. I had to make it entertaining because if you are just ranting on Facebook, no one wants to listen. They'll watch your first live and they'll cringe and they'll take the piss and they'll laugh about it and then they get bored and they don't want to hear you ranting anymore. They're not interested. So I had to make people laugh. I had to do it in a way that kept people wanting to watch, kept them engaged, kept them sharing, kept them commenting, kept them showing people, kept them laughing, but also helping all of those reps that were massively knocked. You know, they'd been left out of pocket by some of them thousands. They were feeling like they'd been shut off from people that had pretended to be their friends, and they were at a low point, and I had to get them through that too. So the only way we could do that was to keep them laughing. And we did. I think the women that were part of that would agree that we literally laughed our way through that. It was tough, but we all got through it by laughing, by educating, by adding value, and by getting people to engage. And that's why it worked the way it did. And that's kind of how I got away with it, I suppose. Always try and be indirect rather than salesy. I've got a saying for when and I use Juice Plus as an example because I think they're probably the worst company for it. When you see constant buy my products, it's going to help your leg grow back. Buy my products, your house will turn into a 4-bedroom detached in the country tomorrow. Buy my products, all this stuff, all this normal, very generic kind of product posts or business posts, the same words, the same message, the same thing over and over and over. I have a saying for those people, and I call them sales wankers. And I was one. And I am sure, if we're all really honest, we've probably all been one at some point. Because I think when you first come into network marketing, you are so excited that you cannot understand why everybody is not doing it. You just think everyone that has a job is an absolute idiot. Why the hell are they going to work? I need to do what I'm doing. And you get so excited that you forget what it's like to the outside people looking in. And you come very generic, and it's the same kind of thing over and over again. So what I've always tried to encourage my guys to do is think outside the box. Don't be scared to do something a little bit original. Don't feel that you have to just do what everybody else is doing, because it can look very generic to your prospects and your customers. You know, if they see something a little bit quirky, if they see something a little bit different, that's going to make them look more. And if it's indirect and it's not obvious that it's about your product, it's not obvious it's about your business, you can, and I'll show you how to do those kind of posts in a minute. Always be positive on your Facebook. No one wants to hear about the fact that your washing machine's just broken and your husband's an arsehole and the kids are doing your head in. And we do it, that's fine, but do it in a funny way. If you're going to have a little bit of a moment, be real. We all have bad days. Be real. I think Abigail Horn is one of the best people at doing that, because it just doesn't matter what's going on in her life. She can have a little rant about it, and it just sounds so funny, and I can't help but laugh. And I say to her, "I'm really sorry, babe, you've had a bad day," but I am absolutely cracking up here. Thank you for making me laugh. It just sounds so funny because that's just her. So tend to try and be as positive as you can on there. Always try and see the positive thing, because you're going to attract those kind of people. And the last people that you want to attract into your team are people that are going to find excuses not to do it, going to be moaning all the time, because you've got to coach that. You've got to train those people. So do you want to be surrounded by positive people, happy people? That's whoever you want in your team, guys, that's who you need to be on social media. Be consistent. There's nothing worse. Don't post 10 posts a day and then nothing for 3 days. Post 2 a day every day. That's a much better way of doing it. You don't have to post every 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be like that on Facebook anyway. If you want to post every 5 minutes, then get on Twitter, because Twitter you'll be posting 12, 13 times a day, because it is so busy. And you need to be posting 12, 13 times a day to be noticed on Twitter. So if you like posting lots and lots and lots, then know what platform you need to be on for that, and Twitter is your one. If you are very professional and you don't like using your Facebook so much, use LinkedIn. It's a business networking site. It is there for people to business network. So obviously be aware, know your platform. So Google, how best to use LinkedIn. Do those little 5-minute trainings that you can find online. Go on to Pinterest, best ways to use LinkedIn. Don't go on there and treat it like Facebook, because you will be devastated within a week. You'll probably be kicked off, because it is full of professional people. But what you can do on things like LinkedIn is you can search for people looking for an opportunity. And that immediately gives you people that are open to listening to what you have to offer. And what I used to do on there, when I was just searching, put in the search bar, looking for opportunity, I would then message a few of those people and say, oh my God, I've just seen that you're looking for an opportunity. This may not be something that you're interested in, but I've got something that you might be. I'm more than happy to show you. Could we schedule a call for, say, Thursday afternoon? And it is that easy on LinkedIn because people are there expecting you to message them because they've already put out, I'm looking for an opportunity. So it kind of takes that edge off, but you have to be very professional on LinkedIn. You cannot get away with emojis in your messages, and it's a completely different platform. So bear that in mind, guys. If you don't feel ready to do that yet, then don't. And Facebook obviously is a completely different platform again. So just be consistent on whatever platform you want to be on. Unfollow or other reps in your company or your industry. This is massive, and I tell, and everyone will nod that's had any kind of coaching call with me. It's the first, and the roof's nodding. It's the first thing I tell you to do. Unfollow all of those reps, guys, because Facebook knows, okay? Facebook knows who you are dealing with all the time. So the people whose posts that you comment on, the likes that you comment, the posts that you like, those that talk to you and comment on your stuff, and who you interact with the most. And guess what happens when all of your news feed is network marketers? Yeah, Facebook says, oh, these people know each other and they communicate all the time. So we're going to make sure that they don't see anybody else's posts except their own. And what you're left with is a whole news feed of Vitae Global girls. Well, unless you're going to recruit Vitae Global girls or sell your Vitae Global coffee to Vitae Global girls, there is absolutely no point in those girls being on your newsfeed. Love them all dearly, but unfollow. You don't have to unfriend, unfollow. Only follow the people that you want to follow in terms of leadership. So if you want to follow your sponsor, or you want to follow somebody in your upline, then absolutely fine. But guys, and don't take offense, but just unfollow all the guys in your company, because what happens then is you start to see different people on your newsfeed. If they're network marketers, unfollow them unless you want to recruit them, unless you've got your beady eyes on them for down the line. Only follow the people that you are interested in either products or business. Because what will happen then is you will see when Jane Smith down the road wants to lose a stone, ready for a holiday, and you can be straight in there. Oh, Jane, I've got a product you might be interested in. I'll throw you a message. You won't see Jane while you're seeing all the Juice Plus, Unique and Vita reps. So that's why it's important that you unfollow all the reps, unless of course there is a reason for you wanting to stay in touch with them. So you will see when somebody loses their job, when somebody needs extra income, when somebody wants to lose weight, when somebody's looking for extra opportunity, you will see all those people come up all of a sudden, because you'll suddenly have them all appear on your newsfeed. Then you can start connecting to those people. And when you start commenting on photos that they've put up, oh my God, what a beautiful dog you've got, and you start interacting with those people a little bit more, what happens? All of your stuff starts to come up on their newsfeed. And this is where it's important what you're putting on your Facebook. So that's how that works. Then you want 80% lifestyle and 20% product or business. Now, I was the opposite when I started out. I was 20% lifestyle and 80% forever living products. And that was great, don't get me wrong. It got me a lot of sales and stuff. But what it did do is very quickly people got bored. And very quickly people started to unfollow. And very quickly my friends were like, okay, Tash, right. Because I think what happens is all your friends think you're running this little Avon thing. And what happens is they're all massively excited for you for about 3 weeks. And then they're like, oh God, are you still doing that? They don't get it. They don't get that this isn't something you're going to be doing for a month. This is something that could change your life potentially long term. And it really can, guys. And I want you to take that seriously. It absolutely can completely change your life beyond recognition. But only if it's done correctly, and only if it's done with patience in mind, long-term stability and solid foundations. And you will only get those by making sure that everything you do on your social media from now going forward is professional, is interesting, is not salesy, and you're not banging on about the Louboutin shoes you've bought, the Michael Kors bags you've got, the flash car you've got, all the money you've got coming in on Friday, you know, that's what puts people off, because it just comes across as very arrogant and very materialistic. What you need to be showing people is 80% of your life. Lifestyle is not pretend I've got money when I haven't. Lifestyle is show that you are able to be at home with your kids. Show that extra £50 this month that you've earned is treating the family to a meal out, to a Nando's, to a film. Most families can't afford to take their kids to the cinema. So don't underestimate what something really small like that can do for someone. Because here's the clincher, guys. Nobody watching your Facebook is going to think for a minute that they're going to be able to earn £5,000 a week. It won't seem real to them, and they will not believe they've got it in them to do it. They will not believe that anything like that would ever happen to them. What they will believe, though, is that they could earn £100 a month to take their kids to the cinema and a meal out. Everyone will look at that and think, yep, I want to know how I can earn £100 a month. So don't think that you've got to have this massive, lavish lifestyle to sell it. You absolutely haven't. And actually, I'll give you the biggest tip ever. When I was earning £4,000, £5,000, £6,000 a month, and I had the big house, and I had the nice car, and I had the amazing holidays, I found it harder to recruit. I found it harder to recruit because people at that point then don't believe it's real. So never underestimate what the small little things will do for those people watching your business. That is where your recruitment comes from. That is where your retail comes from. Welcome people personally when they add you. If you add someone on Facebook, make sure you welcome them. Thank you for the ad. Somebody accepts your friend's request. Thank you for the ad. You know, don't just kind of ignore them until you want to throw loads of product posts at them or ask them. There's nothing worse when I get a message, even now, and I love MLM and I love people in MLM, but I literally cringe when somebody adds me on Facebook and the first thing they send me is, hi, can I add you to my product group, or can I sell you, or can I show you my business, or can you buy something for my business? And I think, do you know what, you haven't even said hello. You know, like, guys, you've got to remember, you've got to build relationships. Networking is all about building relationships with people, and be patient. It's not about adding 50 people a day and bombarding them with your business. That will actually damage your business more. So it's quality over quantity. So if you're talking to 2 people a day, but you're networking with them, you're building that relationship with them, and they are starting to trust you as a person, you're taking your time, those 2 people are better for you and your business than adding 50 people that day and pissing off 48 of them. Do you see what I mean? So having 2 really good, solid customers, or 2 good champions championing for you and supporting you and sharing your post. Even if they don't buy anything, they might share your posts or let you come to their event and put a stall up, or hold a party for you and invite their friends round to have a look at your products. They might do something else that helps you. But if you piss off 48 people, that's 48 people that are going to go away and talk about you badly. So that's why it's really important that it's less is more sometimes. So you're turning strangers into friends and friends into family. That is what it's about. And I always had a thing where I point blank refused to work with anybody that I didn't like, in terms of I didn't like their attitude. I didn't like the way they treated people, and I didn't want them in my team. I was fussy about who I brought into my team. I'm not saying you have to be that fussy, but don't feel like you have to recruit everyone. It's not about recruiting everyone. It's about finding the right people. It's about finding people that you can help. It's about finding positive, like Alison was saying earlier, you know, you want positive, passionate people. They might not be massive earners, but they're passionate about what they do, and they're willing to learn, because that's what you want. That's what's going to build your business. And your friends may jump on this with you for a little bit, but strangers will build your business. Friends will build your team. Strangers will build your business. There will be people that come into your business months down the line that you don't even know yet, and your business could just fly, because strangers don't join to help you. Strangers join because what they see for them and their family. So it's really important to remember that, guys. And be amazing at 1 or 2 platforms of social media rather than mediocre at 4 or 5. And then pick 1 or 2 platforms that you really enjoy and you like, and then learn everything you can about those platforms of choice. So if you I tend to stick with Facebook and Instagram most of the time. I throw a little bit of LinkedIn here and there. I don't really use Twitter. It's too manic for me, and I end up with loads of platforms. I don't do anything with any of them. Facebook is probably my main one, Instagram a close second. So I literally learn as much as I can about those two platforms. And I find a lot of that information on Pinterest. Pinterest is a brilliant, brilliant tool. It's actually becoming more of an important tool to me at the moment than Google. I think Pinterest is fantastic. You need to get on that, guys. So here's some examples then of some social media posts that I use or have used in the past that have brought me sales. So we had a camping weekend with all of our team. We put it on for all the families and all the team, anyone that had ever joined. It didn't matter if they were still doing anything or not. They were all invited. And we just hired a massive field. We had a load of bouncy castles, inflatables for the kids, ball pits, disco, burger van, the lot. And we all camped out. It was brilliant. It was a great time. So while everyone was posting product pictures on their Facebook, talking about clean nines, talking about this cream, that cream, sun cream, blah, 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 mine stood out because mine was camping essentials. What I did is I always have a lead up to one of my posts. So if I've got a product post I'm thinking of I'm going to do, I'll do a little bit of a lead up to it a few days before. So what I started to do a few days before the camping post was I did a live and I said, right, guys, I've never been camping before. What the hell do I pack? Like literally, I'm just thinking baby wipes and a blanket. Am I right? You know, and I engage my audience with the live videos and I get them all laughing about the fact that I've got no idea what I'm packing. I'm a rubbish packer anyway. So every time I go away, I unpack my case about 300 times and repack it again and unpack it and repack it again. So I'm known for being a rubbish packer. And I'm known for being somebody that doesn't plan properly sometimes. And I'm a bit of a last minute girl and I'm a bit of a wing it. Anybody else that just likes to wing it? I'm just like, do you know what? We'll just wing it on the day, sod it. So I'm known for that. So I had a lead up to this post. So I didn't mention any product, which is what can I pack for camping? What do I need? Torch, baby wipes, is that it? And everyone's going, oh, you need this, you need that, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day I was like, I took like a picture of the baby wipes and I was like, I've got my camping ready, I'm packed. Baby wipes, I'm done. And everyone's like, Tash, you need to get this and you're going to need this. Have you got a sleeping bag? Still no mention of my products. And then what I did on the third day, I'm packed. And there's a bottle of gin in there. There's a torch and a pack of baby wipes. I've already had the lead up to this. So it was a little bit funny because all everybody saw was the gin. Indirectly, I've got my sun cream products in there. And what happened was I had a good 3 or 4 people inbox me after this post saying, is that forever stuff? Because I can see that, I couldn't quite see it, but is that forever sun cream or something? I was like, yeah, I didn't know they did sun cream. So that's what happens. People indirectly, because people are nosy, will see your product. You haven't mentioned it. They will come to you. When you don't mention, they will come to you. So my next post is there, Sarah Woods on a wing and a prayer. This is a lady I met randomly. And I'll go into how you need to be networking in Facebook as well, differently to how you're probably doing it at the moment. So I'd looked at doing a house exchange to a place called Chatteris in Cambridgeshire. And I decided, right, okay, how can I meet some new people at this place? And I was massively on the recruitment thing then. I was like, proper network, like everything. I would meet anybody in the street and I would immediately be thinking, I need to get to know this person really, really quick because I need to know if they're good for my business or not. And if they're not, I'm going to carry on walking. So I was a bit like that at one point. Sarah Woods was somebody I met when I posted in a Chatteris group. So I thought, right, I'm gonna go and have a look at this house here. So I'm going to get myself in the Facebook group for that area. Every area has a group. So that's what I got in there for. I then posted in there, I'm coming to view a house. First of all, sorry, it was, I'm looking to move to the area. Anyone got any ideas on schools? Blah, 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 blah. And I had 120 odd comments on this post. So obviously I'm chatting away to people, I'm getting to know, just talking in general, not mentioning my business, not mentioning my products. Then I posted again about a week later and said, oh, I'm coming to look at the house on Wednesday at 12 o'clock. Is anyone free around 2 for a coffee? It'd be lovely to meet some of you. And 5 of the ladies in that group came to meet me for coffee. One of them was a lady called Sarah Woods, whose book I'm holding in this picture. She was a published author. I didn't mention my business. I didn't mention my products or anything that day. All I did was ask her about herself. I knew as soon as she walked in the coffee shop that she was somebody I had to meet. She was somebody I needed to know. And I got to know, and I asked her all about her life. It turned out she'd lived in the Amazon jungle for 2 years. She'd worked for Alan Titchmarsh. She was a BBC radio person. She was a published author. And I just thought, wow, this woman would be amazing in my business. I didn't mention my business. What happened? She told me about her book. I came home. I bought her book. I posted on Facebook about her book. Now, in the background, you can see the weight management page for my Forever products. I didn't mention the products, though. There was no mention of those products. It was just indirectly in the background. But what I did is I put her book there. I tagged her in it, bigging up her book. And what that did was that sent my picture, my post out to her network. So I'm figuring she's got a network of people that are in media, that are in press, that are journalists, that are probably quite successful people. And I wanted my name popping up on her friends' news feeds. So that's how I did that. Bottom left there, self-explanatory. Everyone's selling energy drinks. They're all in the gym. They're all in the gym, aren't they? You see all the generic posts. Someone's in the gym on the treadmill holding their health drink. Well, there was no point me doing that because everyone knew I can't stand the gym. I don't even know what a gym looks like. I break out in a sweat when I so much as walk into the gym. But what I do is drink a lot of gin. So it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? It's just one letter difference, really. So I thought, right, well, my network are going to think Tasha's turned into an absolute twat if I start posting me in the gym. And they'll probably all think I've been brainwashed. So what I did is I thought, no, sod it, I'm going to try this drink with my gin. And it was lovely. So that's what went out on Facebook. You know, rather than Red Bull, because I can't drink Red Bull, it affects me, it makes me really ill. But I love Red Bull. It's typical, isn't it? All the stuff that you love hates you. Pretty much the same through my marriages, to be fair. So, you know, I thought, right, I'm mixing gin with this. So that's what I did. Post went out and I sold loads of that drink because people wanted to replace it for Red Bull with vodka and Red Bull. So I was selling cans of energy drink, which nobody else really sold. It wasn't really a well-selling product. But I saw there was quite a big profit margin on it. So I thought, right, I'll have that. So, all my friends were drinking vodka and Fab X. So there was no longer vodka and Red Bull nights. It was vodka and Fab X nights. But that worked because it was different. And it wasn't the same old, I'm really healthy, I'm in the gym. We know they're not healthy. We know they've just gone down the gym and taken a photo. And then they've chipped off to Nando's. We're not stupid, you know, because that's what I would have done. You know, no one's sweating. No one's breaking a sweat. And of course, bring the kids in. Get the kids involved. People love the kids, don't they? So my boy was forever mad. He did. He knew what all the products did. He loved it. He wanted to come to all the trainings with me. I took him everywhere. As many places as I could take him, I would. So he was surrounded by forever stuff. So he wanted to do something for Halloween. So I was like, right, let's mix it up a little bit, call it Halloween. We did some online launches. We made some scary videos of aloe bottles with fangs and just made it funny. It just wasn't the same old shit that everybody else was putting out. It just made a difference. There's a few more here talking about my cat being lazy. He's laid on forever boxes. No mention of my business again, but people will look. They will zoom in. They will have a little look. My boy there standing in our garden. He wanted to play shops with all my products. So I took a photo of that. Boys playing shops, you know. I put some cream in my cupboard by mistake. That was actually a genuine mistake. So I thought I'd take a photo of that and, you know, what is wrong with me. But of course, I'm showcasing products without mentioning them. And then this last one here, me with the pink drink. This was Valentus. And what did I see on my news feed? Everyone was selling the coffee. Coffee. Got to the point where I was selling the coffee and I didn't even want to sell the coffee anymore because I was so bored of coffee. I was like, my God, I'm so over seeing coffee on my news feed. Do you guys feel like that? Coffee. You know now that those people that talk about coffee are in network marketing, but you've just got to try and work out which coffee company it is they work for. That's what it is now, isn't it? It's like, guess the coffee company. So what I did is I thought, do you know what? No one's talking about this pink drink. And pink really stands out on social media. Bright pink, that's going to pop out of people's news feeds. So guess what I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about the pink drink. So that's what I did. And I sold boxes of energy drink. instead of coffee, because I was just bored of coffee at that point. But, you know, I stood out because I knew that some of the girls that were in my team in Valentus and our network were quite similar. And all that was going to happen was when you copy a post, your people are seeing 5 or 6 people with the same post. And they just switch off. You got to turn the sales alarm off, guys. Every time somebody thinks they're being sold to, an alarm goes off in their head and it tells them, do not listen to this person anymore, switch off, switch off, switch off. So what you've got to do is you've got to get in like Mission Impossible, like Tom Cruise. You've got to get in their head. You've got to turn that sales alarm off quick before it goes off. So you've got to indirectly get them interested in what you're doing. Do nots. Okay. I was able to talk about Valentus the way I was because I was not involved in any other company. I would absolutely 100% tell you guys never, ever rubbish another company or brand on your Facebook ever while you are part of a network marketing company yourself, because all it does is make you look massively unprofessional. And what's really bad is that even if that company are shockingly bad, people that don't know, people that don't know about that company just see you having a moan, and it actually makes you look worse than the company you're talking about. So don't do it. So when I was in Forever Living, you would never have seen me rubbish another company ever, ever. Don't air your dirty laundry. Don't talk about, you know, I sometimes, I mean, there's a way of doing things on Facebook. I think you have to be true to yourself, but you have to be a better, more professional version of yourself. There is a way to have a little bit of a funny rant. There is a way to talk about real things. There is a way to talk about sadness and negative situations. There's a way to do it, but you need to connect with your audience. So you need to put some sort of emotion in there. If you are going on there and you're just having a rant about the fact that some woman's run off with your husband, honestly, you'll get people saying, oh my God, babes, that's so, oh my God, poor you, poor you, poor you. But actually what they're thinking is, Jesus Christ. And they're on the phone to their mate going, oh my God, have you seen Sally's post? Bloody hell, what's her husband been up to? That's all they do, guys. They just gossip. People like to gossip. And when you have posts like when you're airing dirty laundry, you are inviting people to have an opinion on your life and on something that might be quite personal to you. And sometimes people deal with it in those ways by putting a post on Facebook, and it helps them deal with it. But what's happening is if you put something that's quite sensitive to you on Facebook, you are inviting the world to have an opinion. And when you are just starting out in network marketing especially, people will always have opinions about what you do. And you have to learn very quickly to just not care about opinion. So the last thing you want to do, you're going to be dealing with opinions. You're going to have negative opinions around you. You always will in anything in life. If you want to marry a man that people don't like, your friends don't like, you're going to get opinions. If you want to buy a dress that your mate doesn't think looks nice on you, you're going to get an opinion. If you want to go into a business that people think is a pyramid scheme, you're going to get an opinion. You know, you're always going to get those opinions. The worst thing you could ever do in life is listen to them. Listen to yourself, to what you want. So the last thing you want to do when you're trying to shut out negative opinion is invite it. And that's what you do when you put certain posts on Facebook. Don't rant or swear unless this works for you. I stopped doing all my funny, sweary rants when I first started out in network marketing. And what happened is I lost the audience because my friends only loved my Facebook for that reason. They used to love waking up on a Monday morning and seeing one of my funny, ranty, sweary posts. I never really I didn't get deep with it. You know, it wasn't something personal. It was always like something funny, or it would be more comedy than it was ranty, I suppose. But it's just my sarcastic, ranty way. I'm very sarcastic. And people actually started messaging me and saying, I'm literally going to unfriend you if you don't stop being this professional business person that we know you're not. So actually for me, it worked the opposite, and I had to kind of get the balance right. And it can take a little bit of time for you to figure that out sometimes. So don't be scared of being you, but maybe just tone it down a little bit if you're very sweary and you're very out there, because you know, like you said, you will attract the people that you are. So obviously I've now attracted a whole heap of sweary people, and Ruth's laughing because I just got this whole heap of sweary women around me all of a sudden. Sarcastic buggers they are and all. So yeah, but don't be someone else. Do not try and be someone else. It will look fake and it will put people off. There is no point you going from, you know, I talk about things, even now I talk about failures on my Facebook. I've shown people my success, and I will show them when things go wrong as well. And I'm very open about that, and I'm very honest about that. So I don't pretend to be some sort of boss babe businesswoman. I say, this is a success I had, and it was amazing. But I also have failed in many things, and I show that. I show that the beautiful car I had, I ended up having repossessed because I didn't have a clue how to manage my money. And that's something I would advise. Everybody, be sensible with your money. Don't go spending all your money on stuff straight away, because, you know, I wasn't prepared for my tax bill. I wasn't prepared for what if my income took a dip when seasonal things meant that my income would drop a little bit. What if I decided I didn't even want to do network marketing anymore? You know, and then I had all this finance and all this stuff because I could afford it 6 months before. And all of a sudden, you got the same outgoings and not the same income. So, you know, I showed people that. I showed them the truth, and I showed them different things. Don't constantly post about your opportunity or your products. Just show what you're loving about it. Like, show that you're making great friends. Show that you're loving what you're doing. Show your passion. Show your enjoyment of it. Show the fun that you're having. If you're not having fun, you are doing it wrong. I'm telling you now, if it feels like it's not hard work, because you're going to work hard in anything to be successful, but if you don't feel that you're having fun, you are doing something wrong. Speak to your sponsor, speak to your upline and say, what am I doing wrong? You know, because there will be something, it should be fun. You should love every minute of it. And don't post anything until you've read through it, checked your spelling, check your spelling and your grammar, and ask yourself, would I join me? The first thing I do, and I'm terrible, when a post goes out on Facebook and I think, oh my God, she spent your wrong. It's R-E, apostrophe R-E. Or it's T-H-E-I-R-E-I-R. You know, I'm terrible for picking at those things, but so will other people, and they will have that opinion. Do you know what? If she can't even get the right "you're right," then she's definitely not somebody that's going to be able to coach me to a six-figure income. That's what you got to remember, guys. It's so important. All these things are telling people different things about you. So, posting tips. Plan your social media content for the week and schedule posts for peak times. You can do this on Facebook, guys. It's brilliant. You can schedule posts so that you don't have to be on your social media 24/7. You can put your phone down, you can open your front door, and you can go and speak to real people, because that is where your confidence is going to grow. That is where you're going to be learning how to communicate with lots of different people. That's where your passion is going to come out, because you're talking to people. Like, I still love doing this kind of training, even though I'm not in MLM anymore, because it gets me, you'll probably hear it in my voice, it gets me all excited again. Because this was the bit I loved. So when you are sat behind Facebook all the time, you lose that passion can't come across in the same way. People to people, person to person, that is what's going to sell you. That's what's going to sell your business. And nothing else. You can at least run after them down the street and grab them and wrestle them to the floor until they sign up. You can't do that on Facebook. So it's definitely better to get out there. There are apps that will schedule different platforms for you. You can schedule on Facebook yourself for pretty much most days, or schedule them first thing in the morning to go out, so you can just crack on with your morning and not have to be on Facebook as soon as you wake up. Buffer and Hootsuite are good apps for that if you've got more than one social media platform. You don't want to have to do them all. Be original. I've already kind of gone over that. Make your own quote pictures, make your own funny memes. I used to take photos of the kids or the dog in a funny position, and I put my own little memes on them, my own little funny quotes and stuff. People, just be fun, guys. Just make people laugh. Make people laugh, and they will notice that everyone else is just product posting, but you're making them laugh, and they will come to you. You don't have to be obvious. They will come to you. Best apps for that kind of stuff. Word Swag's a good one, and Canva is a good one. Always use a picture with short text or a video where you can. Visual posts have a much higher engagement. So if you do like a long-winded, this is my life story post, and I've done a few of them, trust me, I bore myself sometimes. If you do, sometimes those people won't click on them and finish them, or they get bored halfway through. So always use pictures and videos where you can, because it gets the engagement happening, and that's what you want, lots of engagement. Appeal to people's emotions. Be happy, share happiness, share sadness, share funny, share, you know, if your husband's done something, you know, one of those proper marriage things where everybody's had the same thing. You know, you like put that out and you go, girls, anyone else, you go to the toilet and the toilet seat's up. Don't you feel like just, you know, putting cling film on the toilet seat? You know, whatever it is, show those sides of you, because that's something that everybody can relate to, and it makes everybody laugh, and it makes everybody start to go, yeah, my husband does that, I did this once, and my husband did this once, and you just start a conversation, gets the engagement, your post is coming up on their news feeds. Create intimacy, humanize your company and brand. When you are just posting all the time about your when you're posting like a company post, I know you guys have got company posts, and I know forever we've got company posting forever. But when you are just posting company posts, they don't care, because it's a company. They don't know the company like you do. Your customers aren't customers yet. Your clients, your prospect, your potential customers, they don't know Louis. They don't know Alison. They don't know Vitae. They haven't fallen in love with that company. You guys are passionate about the company, but they don't know the company, they know you. So you have to humanize your company and your brand. Talk about your mentors, talk about your team members, talk about what you're doing. You know, when you are on a call with Alison, talk about Alison, but talk about Alison as Alison. Don't talk about Alison as, you know, talk about Alison as one of your friends that's massively successful. Don't talk about Alison as somebody that's top of the company, because people won't relate to her. You need to humanize everybody, the company and the brand. Humanize it, create intimacy, talk about it, tell stories. When you have new team members start, I always used to say, this is Carla. Myself and Carla went to school together 18 years ago. I love that she's now doing this with me. And this will be fun. You know, I was the naughty one at school. She was the good one. Let's see how this pans out. And I would do it like that, rather than say, this woman, yeah, she's joined me. She wants to earn a 6-figure income. Wants to change her life. I would humanize these people, make them relatable. Engage with your followers. Shout out other companies and recommend other products and services if they are not in direct competition with you. For God's sake, don't shout out Relentless. You know, that ain't going to work. But you could shout out Unique. If you know a Unique rep, and you're good friends with her, shout out Unique reps, support other network marketers. If they've got different products to you, there'll be things like Utility Warehouse, completely different to you, Forever's completely different to you, and help other guys out that you know. I'm not saying open it up and help them all out, but help out your friends that are in different companies, and kind of offer to do cross trainings for each other, network within the industry as well as on your Facebook. Don't have a news feed full of network marketers, but you can pull them out, because one thing network marketers will do is that they're BDIs. They'll spot, if you post about Unique, a Unique rep will see it. Trust me. They are like, they come out, they're like little meerkats out the ground. They go, whoa, someone posted about makeup. Where is it? You know, and people will tag them and stuff, and you get to network with networkers in that way, rather than having them all over your news feed. And avoid posting generic social media campaigns. I think rarely these things work in terms of an outside audience. Rarely do they work with an outside audience. Sometimes they do, most of the time they don't. So ask yourself these questions. You can screenshot this, guys, or take a picture or whatever. Does this look eye-catching? Is it easy to read? What would I think? If I wasn't in network marketing, before I had my rose-coloured glasses on, what would I have thought? Does it give value? Does it educate or inform? Is it entertaining? Would I engage with it, or would I scroll past? Important questions to ask yourself. So Google social media tips. If you want to get better at social media, take the responsibility of learning yourself in terms of, don't just listen to what I've said tonight and then just write some notes and then forget all about it. Take the responsibility to Google social media tips. Look at different things, because like I say, different things may work for you that worked for me. They might be, you might need to tweak little things or find your own way or be creative with your own ideas. Google social media tips and content ideas, get a whole month's planner. If you're not sure of what to post, what tends to happen is we tend to think, oh, I've got to do 2 posts a day and I can't think of anything to post, so I'm just going to post a lean Java bean picture. Is that what happens sometimes? You think, oh, I'll just post a picture because I've got nothing else to post. So get a content idea planner and bring your product and business into that cleverly. And for every 10 posts that you put out, only 2 should be about your product or your business. 8 should be about you, your lifestyle, what you're doing, your person, your personality, all of that stuff. Use Pinterest. Pinterest is brilliant for lots and lots of different things. Just type anything into Pinterest and you'll find it. So if you type in how to use Facebook or Facebook tips or Twitter tips, it will give you loads of stuff. Search for blogs on the subjects that you need help with to help you with that. But also, if you find blogs that are useful for your network, so know your network. So I know that a lot of my network are either mums, network marketers, or people in business. Most of my Facebook network is that. So I would share blogs on entrepreneurship or starting out in business or branding or network marketing industry facts or stuff like that. That is what the people, mum stuff, the gin blogs and things, they're brilliant. They're so funny. Share funny stuff and blogs that you find other people want to read. Look at your competitors. What are they doing? You guys are all right because your competitors are relentless and you've got nothing to worry about there. So obviously we're not going to put that out on our Facebook, but we are going to talk about it now. So you've got to look at what other people are doing. If they're ranting, if they're being very flashy, if they're being very all about money and all about material stuff, then do it differently. Because all they're going to attract are people that are only interested in that. And you want people that care genuinely about people as well. You want people to come into your team and love what they're doing and want to help people succeed, not just want to come in and buy themselves a handbag. Trial and error. Don't be afraid to try something different. Make sure that your posts are compliant, but generally really try to be different and stand out, like think outside the box and stand out a little bit. Like I say, we did some Halloween posts where we dressed up aloe bottles as little Draculas and we put a torch on them and we turned the light off and we made it funny. There was nothing about health claims on that. It just made people laugh. It made people click on it. It made people share it. Just something different. Make sure your content ideas, look at relevant trending topics. If you're on Twitter, make sure you're using hashtags that actually work. These hashtags are for a reason, guys. Use them. Use trending topics where you can. So if, for example, it was a general election, I knew that hashtag was going to be trending. So I had a little bit of I spoke about the fact that the Relentless was going to go up in price because of sales tax. And if the Tories won, I was going to give my coffee away at a little bit of a discount. Get your coffee now because tomorrow if the Tories win, everything's going to go up in price. And I made it a bit funny. I hashtagged it GE17. And of course that went out and came up on loads of different things because it was a trending hashtag. Hashtag Trump. Think about what's trending at the moment. Okay, Trump. Okay, how can I make something about Trump funny or relevant to my product or my business or something? That's what I usually do. I tend to pull things in like that. Elf on a shelf. Get creative with Elf on a shelf. This is the best time of year to start doing things like that. And Halloween, and just get creative with that kind of stuff. Elf on the shelf can be drinking your lean Java bean one morning, or he's tipped it all over the floor, or your capsules all over the floor. Do that stuff, guys. Really pull it into your social media. Throwback Thursday. Don't forget Throwback Thursday. You could do a Throwback Thursday before coffee and a Throwback Thursday after coffee. Kind of different ideas. Original quotes and sayings. Post a how-to or a life hack. People love a life hack. If you see a how-to or how-to Tuesday or, life hack Wednesday or whatever, do a top 10. It can be top 10 things that I hate, top 10 things that really wind me up, top 10 things that I'm not very good at, top 10 things that I love, anything, top 10 things that my kids keep doing, make it funny, top 10 things my husband hates about me. Then show promotion, achievement and success within your team. When you are posting about your business, you don't have to post about the opportunity. You can post about things going on within your business. That will draw people in. So show the promotions, show the achievement, little achievements, show the recognition, because a lot of people do not get recognised in their job for the work that they do. And they will see that you guys are being recognised all the time and think, bloody hell, you know, I want some of that. Industry stats. Do a did you know? Did you know that, you know, 3 million entrepreneurial women are, you know, richest in the world are network marketers? I've just made that up. That's not actually true. Make sure that what you're saying is true, obviously. Or do a funny one. Did you know that my kids will only ever speak to me when I'm on the toilet? You know, anything, something like that. Make it stand out, put it on a background, get people laughing. Simplicity of work and your opportunity around other commitments. Don't show you work in your business when you are on holiday. People always make this mistake, because people working a 9-to-5 job would think, do you know what? When I go on holiday, I want to switch off. I don't want to be working with my laptop around the pool. I want to put the laptop away and I want to be on holiday for 2 weeks. If you've got to work, what they see is, oh my God, she's got to work her business on holiday. So be careful when you're posting things like that. Show that you can work it from the phone while you're waiting in the car for your son to finish football. Show that you can work it while you pop it up. You can rearrange your business to go out and have lunch with your friends. Show that you can work it sat in office car park in your lunch hour, because people that will think they don't have time will see that and think, oh, okay, God, can I fit it into half an hour in my lunch hour? Because they're thinking they've got to put 5-6 hours a day into it. You know, so show those things, but just think about what you're showing. Showing your freedom that others have none. Monday morning is a brilliant one to be posting about how you are having a chilled day.
I love it.
Nothing says, oh my God, I hate my job, like sitting in traffic on a Monday morning, scrolling through your newsfeed while you're sat in like M25 build up, and your cocky mate that you didn't support and laughed at 6 weeks ago is sat on her sofa with her cup of tea watching Jezza and doing nothing till 10:30. You know, that is going to make you like, she's going to hate you for that. But I'll tell you what she's going to do. She's going to keep watching. She's going to keep watching, because she's going to think, if that's how I get to spend my Monday mornings, mate, I might have to start watching that Ruth. I'm going to have a little chat with that Ruth. No rushing about. You can be at the gym at 11 o'clock in the morning. Some people that love their gym and have high-powered or jobs where they have to commute are in the gym at 5 in the morning. Some people want to go to the gym at 11. They don't want to go at 5. And they don't want to go at 9 at night. They want to go at 11 or 1. If you are a gym person, show them. Obviously, I can't be in the gym at 11 because people will think I've lost the plot. But for you guys that are fitness freaks, you know, do it. Walking my dog at lunchtime. I can take my dog for a walk whenever I like. I don't. I tend to stay indoors and work all the time. But I could if I wanted to. That's the point. I could if I wanted to. So show that. When people are stuck at work, they're in the office, it's 3:30, that last hour and a half is going to drag and feel like 10 hours. So people will scroll through their Facebook at 4 in the afternoon at the office desk. They're going to do it because they're bored and they're just counting down the minutes to go home. And what they're going to see? They're going to see you out in the autumn, kicking the leaves about, throwing a stick for your dog. And that's going to wind them up, because they can't do that till 7 o'clock tonight when it's cold and it's dark and it's wet and it's damp. Excited to be at work rather than annoyed. That's always a good one. I love being at work because it's in my living room. I never get stuck in a traffic jam. I can go and have a cup of tea when I want. I can make a sandwich when I want. I can pop out and go see my friends when I want. I can do what I want when I want. And that is freedom. It's not about having loads of money. It's about having choices and freedom. Do a caption pick. Funny picture, caption this. We've done that before, although be prepared for some naughty ones, because the network I've got, they're all naughty girls. A call to action post where you're asking someone for something. So, you know, the gift posts seem to be working really well at the minute. Everyone loves these gifts. So use them, guys. Get on it. Jump on it. Competition or a game. Just have a funny game. And it could be, you know, it doesn't have to be that people win a product from you. It can be that people win, I don't know, a thank you. You just send them a thank you card, or you send them a little £5 gift voucher or something, but you stick a couple of your sachets of your product in as well, and just say, oh, I'll throw these in as well. Because if you say win my product, sometimes people go, oh, God, I'm not doing that. I don't want a product. But if you say win a £5, and it's going to cost you less to give them a £5 than it is to give them 2 weeks worth of products or a week's worth of products, and then whack a sachet in there, and I guarantee they'll try it because it's free. People love a freebie. They just don't want to have to ask for it. Show what your extra income's giving you. I've already spoken about that. It can be an extra Nando's. It can be a cinema trip. It can be an item of clothing. It can be a new coat for the kids or a pair of school shoes. I recruited a massive recruitment in August 2014. I'd been in the business for 2 months or 3 months at that point. I joined in June. In August, I had to go out uniform shopping. And it was the first year in the whole, at that point, 16 odd years that I'd been a mum, that I'd been able to go out and buy everything that my kids needed for uniform without worrying about the cost. And that is a massive big deal to parents when they have to choose between that child getting a coat and that child getting a pair of shoes because they can't afford both. They can only get one jumper, one pair of trousers. And I was able to not have to go to Asda this time or the cheap uniform shop, you know, the one where you wash the jumper and it all runs. I was able to go to the decent uniform shop, the expensive uniform shop, and say to my kids, what do you need? What do you need? Get what you need. I didn't even look at the price, and I knew that when that total rang up, I knew I could afford it. And that's what my business gave me. That's what network marketing gave me, a sense of pride as a single parent. So it's really important, guys, that you concentrate on the little bits. Don't go too high up with the incomes because people just switch off. Shout outs to local businesses. Share your local butcher's Facebook page. Go in there and buy some meat one week instead of going to Asda. Go and support local business because trust me, you support local business and they will support you. They will put your coffee on their counters. They will put your leaflets up in their shop. They will, they will tell people about you. When people come into the butchers and they start chatting about, oh, I need to lose a bit of weight, cut that bit of fat off my lamb. I'm going to try and lose a bit of weight. I'm on a lean diet. Oh, do you know what? You should have a word with Jenny down the road. She does a coffee. It's brilliant. It's like a weight loss coffee. That's how business networking works. You help them, they'll help you. Best times to post. You can just take a photo of this, guys. You can get this on Pinterest or Google anyway. It's out there, so you can always Google the best times to post on whatever platform that you want. I won't talk through that because I've pretty much done that already. And remember, good marketers copy, great marketers steal. That means good marketers will copy someone else. Great marketers will copy the idea and make it their own. It's so important that you copy ideas, but you make it your own idea. You make it your own thing. Steal the idea and put your own spin on it. And that will make you stand out on social media. You are more than welcome, like I've said, to have a nose through mine, but go right back. Don't go over the last 3 months because it's all a little bit ranty over the last 3 months. Go back through my photos. Go back to when you can see when I was in network marketing and look at some of the different things that I did and look at some of the comments that I get and look at how I respond to people. There's some great people to follow on social media. Abigail Horn is one of them because I think she's got the balance beautiful, and it is very much her. It is real. She's very successful in other things. She talks about her traditional business and her network marketing, but she keeps real mum in there. She shows that she hasn't got all her shit together, and although it looks like she's a swan, she really ain't. And she's just relatable. Victoria Warren is another good one to have a look at on social media. Just go and stalk them, guys, because their Facebook's all public anyway because they're all network marketers. Angela Lochran is another good one. She's very, very business, very professional, very colour-coded, branded. She's amazing to watch. She's actually a fantastic social media trainer as well, so go through hers and stalk her as well. And just have a play with it yourself. Figure out your thing. Figure out what's good, what works, what doesn't. If you post out and people don't engage with it, don't post it again because it's probably something that people switch off to. Look at what you're posting before you post it, and I promise you'll get. I think if you try these different things for a week, you'll notice the difference in the engagement that you're getting and the inboxes that you're getting. And I will leave it there. Thank Alison massively for letting me share that with you guys tonight. And for a lovely intro. Totally over the top for me, honestly. I'm going to eat my curry now.
Thank you, me. My goodness me. We owe you so much there, Natasha. That was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I loved it. And I think it's just nice to actually hear how you do it, how it flows. and how you talk about it with so much passion as well. So you can understand that where you're coming from with it. You don't just see it as a network marketer, you see it on all different angles, and it just makes people think, oh yeah, I do that. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. And I think the worst thing we do sometimes is we're not honest with ourselves. We don't look at ourselves and think, we look at other people and we think, oh my God, she's posting about that bloody mascara again. But we don't do it with ourselves, and we should. We should, because it is our shop window, and it's massively important that we don't have people on our Facebook watching us saying the same thing.
No, I completely agree with you. I really do. And I think it's just so wonderful that you're just taking your time out on this Monday evening to actually come on our call and to just speak to us about it and speak to us about this, that obviously you're got such a great knowledge and expertise with, especially when, okay, I mentioned what you currently doing for everybody, but this you've done just from yourself. You've just done from your heart, because it's not obviously, you know, you're not trying to recruit us into anything or anything like that. You've just come on and gone, right, I'm happy to give you my knowledge here. And for that, it means everything to all of us, you know. We're just so thankful for you and for everything you've done for the industry and everything you've done for Vitae Global as well. And we're really, really thankful for everything. We really are.
Thank you.
Does anybody, I know that Natasha's having something to eat, but does anybody want to quickly say anything or ask anything just before she has to warm up her engine, because we've taken so much time?
No, it's okay. I've been eating it cold. I prefer it cold anyway.
Any questions? If you want to just unmute yourself.
Just want to say thank you very much, Natasha, for taking the time out and coming to speak to us tonight.
Oh, you're so welcome, darling.
It was great. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you.
Absolute wealth of knowledge there. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just been nice to have something different on a call as well, and something exciting and everything else like that. Was there somebody else just talking?
I just was saying thank you. It's brilliant.
Oh, Bridge, you're welcome, darling.
Thanks, sweetheart.
These girls have listened to me for an hour before this, so they've now had.
I know. I heard that. I saw someone saying, "No, I'm just listening to it at the moment." So I thought,
they must be so bored of my voice today.
Yeah, I can imagine. We don't want to on the swear words. Then was there a lot more swear words on the hour before? Because I think you did.
There weren't that many. I think I've been quite good today.
Wow. Because it's Monday, it might just go downhill by Friday, then,
I know. I think there was less on your hour before, Tash.
Was there?
Really? I'm shocked. Right.
Alison, I have Lewis here. He would like to say something.
It's okay. That's what I've been trying to wait. Right.
I didn't know he was on the call.
We have Lewis with us, so I was just kind of stalling for time there. Over to you, Lewis.
Oh,
there
hi.
they hear you.
Okay. Hi, Natasha.
Hi, Lewis. That was so sneaky.
I just wanted to thank you for coming on Alison's call and saying what you did. That was amazing. Your training, I got part of it while I was in the back with Angie. That was really, really, I learned a lot from it, what you had to say. And I hope everyone recorded this and took notes, because you have a lot of wisdom when it comes to social marketing and how to present yourself, and, you know, being a quality individual rather than, you know, some, you know, backdoor network marketer. And it's just, that was really, really cool. So thank you so much. And thank you for believing in us. And I know it's been a little while since we last talked, but we had that great talk you and I and Alison did. And that was really cool. So, I like that you just let your hair down and just say it the way it is, and you know, you're yourself, and I just appreciate that about you. So it was really cool.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, thank you. I look forward to the next one, and I'll make sure that I'm in attendance.
Did Alison know you were going to be on tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sneaky, Alison. Oh.
I didn't catch it all, but I caught enough that I was just going, wow, amazing.
She was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
She was. So, yeah.
We knew
thank you again. And I need to get working on a couple things, but it was great talking to you and hearing your voice and seeing you on our call. And congratulations. Alison, I want you to know Alison is an amazing leader
She
in
is.
the UK, and she's a real deal. And when she presents her, she came over here, a couple weeks ago, and everyone was just so impressed with how she holds herself and how her professionalism, and she's really, really a class act, a network marketer in person in general. So we appreciate you, Alison, so much, and thank you for all that you bring to this team, and just your friendship too means so much to us. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that she's an amazing woman.
Oh, thank you very much. Wasn't expecting that on a Monday evening, but thank you very much.
Well, that's true.
That's completed the call
Angie?
very well. I think I'll just close it then in case it goes downhill from now. I just would like to say thank you so much, Natasha. And yes, we would love to have you again with a different topic. That would be great. And there's plenty of coffee here, darling, for when you're ready. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who's been on the call. I've absolutely loved it. Thank you for all your time. And I'll see you tomorrow at 9 if anybody can make it. Opportunity call on Wednesday. And I've got something really special to show you because I've got something arriving very, very soon from our wonderful Monique, which is a network marketers journal. And it is the business. I was very, very lucky to have it in my hands when I was in at the head office, and I showed Angie, and she loves it as well. I've ordered mine. I've ordered our Louisa's. I think a few of you have already ordered them. And this tool is not just going to... I am still a person that likes to write things down. I have notes here, and I have Post-it notes, and but I'm having too many notes now. So to be able to have them all in one book, and it's very, very savvy how she's designed it, because there's everything there. There's Angie, I thought you'd ordered yours, love. There's everything there. There's and it's very well presented. It's just very exciting. It's a beautiful, beautiful journal. It really, really is. And I'm just so proud. I feel quite emotional, really, that she's one of our team. And so when I've got mine, I will show you it all. I have put little notes in our Facebook group. Obviously, you all know Monique anyway. You can always contact her. And she's just saying now that delivery, well, by the end of October. So that's really exciting. That's really, really good timing. So I'm really pleased with that. And, oh, hold on. She's just messaging me whilst I'm talking. Oh, right. I didn't know this. Yeah, 9 p.m. tomorrow night, Erin, and we're covering a couple of aspects of the levels of the compensation plan, as in writing them down and explaining and breaking them down more, and also going over the skincare. So it's just a quick, short one. It won't be an hour. Monique's just messaged me. She said, I think it's, if she might have to come on if I'd say this wrong, www.nmmanager.com. And she said there is a code, NMM10, which gives you 10% off today. So, thanks, Monique. Thanks for just sending that through to me. So that's really exciting. That's another tool that we've got. What I'm actually doing at the moment, team, is I'm actually looking at lots of different tools to help support us. So you may see I'm doing different things on my timeline, and it's because I'm doing some research with the IT guy that I work with. And I'm going to include, Monique and I have spoken, I'm going to include Monique's journal as one of the tools for our team. So whereas we've got the merchandise that I've set up for everybody, you can get all your merchandise. You'll be able to get Monique's journal as well, or a link to her for the journal. We're looking at different little tools that is going to help us as a team build and grow stronger and bigger very, very quickly. So the back office is so close, the software's so close, and I want us ready for that. So like I said earlier on, if anybody wants to work with me, can bring some different form of training and coaching and skills to the team. I've kind of managed it for around 8 months, and I love it, but we're growing bigger now. So I need more people that are happy to work with me and do that and achieve that. So please PM me. I've got a few people who's PM me during that call. I thought Natasha was phenomenal. I think she's a great person, and such an exciting time for us all. So I will download this recording now so that you can look at it again, and I'll see anybody who's available. Oh, www.nmmanager.com, code NMM10. Obviously, you can go in our chat and Monica put that in there as well. But I just need to let you know, it's lovely. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. You won't need anything else. She's just gathered everything that you need, from vision boards and goal boards to weekly planners, monthly planners. It's been done extremely well, extremely well. So I'm very excited to share that as one of our tools. So thank you very much for your time. I'll be here, same place, same time, 9 o'clock, Tuesday and Wednesday this week. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for everything. Bye, guys. Bye.